The Golden Rose Synagogue looks out on the centre of Dnipro. Built in the 19th century, it now backs onto a modern-day Jewish cultural and business site. The Menorah Centre opened a decade ago, housing everything from conference rooms to kosher restaurants, banks, travel agents and a Holocaust museum. As the war with Russia rages, the synagogue has become a place of welcome and refuge. This man came here after fleeing Kharkiv.
We've been welcomed because we belong to the Jewish community. We will live here for the time being and think about our future. We will probably go to our historic homeland, Israel.
Millions of women and children have left Ukraine since the Russian invasion began. Menachem sent his wife and daughter to France.
80% people, men, send their families away from here, across the border. That's why we come here every day and try to spend time and try to help each other every day, because we are we have empty houses.
The men who remain pray assiduously. Igor is 90 years old. In his lifetime, he has already known war and exile.
It's the second war that I've lived through. And at my age, I don't want to leave. But I think Ukraine will win, despite the many casualties and the destruction. We're going to rebuild everything, and Mr. Putin won't be able to get what he wants.
The exact size of the Jewish community in Ukraine isn't known. Estimates range from 50 to 400,000. A large proportion of those are based in Dnipro, a city that boasts 10 synagogues. Ukraine's Jews have suffered anti-Semitism, but Putin's claim that his prime objective is to rid the country of Nazis is ridiculed by many here.
I am the Nazi in chief. I'm the main Nazi. Let them say what they want. They don't have anything else to say. That's why they talk about Nazis and fascists. Ukraine has always been a cradle of Jewish life. It always has been. There were never any Nazis here.
A 6-hour drive west of Dnipro lies the small town of Uman. It's home to the tomb of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, a man credited with breathing new life into the Hasidic movement. Tens of thousands would normally make an annual pilgrimage to the site, but even the war hasn't stopped everyone from making the journey. This New Yorker had to travel via Turkey and Moldova.
Over here is buried Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, who passed away around 211 years ago, and we are followers of him, Breslover Hasidim, and this is our inspiration. We come here to visit Rabbi Nachman's grave and to pray over here and to learn over here.
The hotels and shops within the Jewish quarter of Uman are largely deserted. Many of those who lived here have left for Israel.
This synagogue, after the war began, it was open to refugees and to everybody, like a shelter.
It's one of the largest synagogues in Europe, with room to welcome 5,000 worshippers, but for now it has another role.
Now the relationship between Ukrainians and Hasidim people became much more closer than it was before. Hasidim people given hotels for free for Ukrainians who are coming, for refugees who are coming just in order to save their lives.
Adele is one of those who stayed. She had planned to open a small grocery store in the basement of this building, but the war has changed all that. She now prepares meals for people fleeing from the east of the country.
I make almost everything myself. There is something special in each dish. We put our soul into it. There are people who arrive and who are too embarrassed to ask for help. This situation has made everybody equal, whatever your nationality or religion.
Adele had many doubts about staying in Uman. She considered travelling to Germany or Israel, even packing her bags before changing her mind.
We have the Holy Land of Israel, but it's our duty to be here now.
Some have stayed because they're simply too old to run. Others are intent on helping where they can. The war has caused an exodus of a large part of the Jewish community here, but it's also confirmed that religion is no barrier to patriotism and humanity exists in the midst of horror.